Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are back with Let's Play Okami HD on the PlayStation Network. Last time, we got hammered with the Lucky Mallet, and got all small, and went through kind of like the Emperor's gardens and stuff in order to find out the source of the funky mist, and we discovered that it's actually coming out of his gaping mouth while he's sleeping. So, we managed to get above him, and now we're chilling out inside of his throat, or somewhere in his body. Those are his tonsils up here somewhere. So yeah, these are his tonsils, I guess. By the way, if you want to get out, all you gotta do is just stand in the middle over there and power slash, and that'll stick you out. You can actually leave the entire area, like the whole small area, and go do other stuff if you want to. I tried it a few minutes ago to check something out that I missed a long time ago. We'll go back for eventually. But yeah, if you want to go out, you can do that. But as a word of warning, when you go through here, this is the point of no return for this entire area, the Emperor's body and the small area. So if you haven't fought that fire mirror in the area out here, go find him and fight him, and just fight all the enemies out here, so that way you make sure you have all the enemies for your stuff. If you haven't got any of the clovers and you're trying to go for the maximum amount of praise you can possibly get, go find those 3 clovers in the, or the 2 clovers in the area near the place where we got the Veil of Mist technique, and go find the one outside in the general smaller area near kind of where we got the exercising arrow to open the door. So yeah, if you want to make sure you don't miss anything in here, now is your last chance to go and get everything. Otherwise, you're SOL. So, fair warning. So go do all that stuff if you need to. Let's get ready for some stuff here. I don't think there's a whole lot we need to do. Let's see. I just want to increase my godhood to whatever the maximum level it needs to be right now. It's close enough anyways. Screw it. Probably should have just used a... screw it. Godly charm? Sure, why not? Now we're all pimped out. Bunch of side quest items that we can't do anything with. And that's pretty much it. See, I'm trying to decide if I actually want to use the glaives for this battle. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. So let's head on in through here. Of course not. But yeah, like I said, point of no return right here for this area. So make sure you got everything before you enter down in here. I mean, the only thing in here that's really going to affect like any trophies is going to be fighting that fire doom mirror guy, because you fight all the other enemies later. So just make sure you have him on your list, and you're pretty much good to go. And we leap before we think, naturally. That's what we do. And we got a glowing blue sword of doom. Awesome. What do you know? It is alive, and it's very prickly. It's like a porcupine made of swords. Well, it's just kind of my hobby, going around and stopping random crap heads like you. That's actually a pretty cool name for a sword. Gold Nail. I like it. body won't what? Yeah, it might like might rejuvenate him, and he might actually get up for go for a walk or something and stop breathing out the mist. Well, if we kill you, I'm guessing the mist goes away too. So either way, it's a win-win situation here. And by Issen doing the cutting down, he means that we will do the cutting down. Okay, as the game said, this is Blight. You can't attack him right now. You gotta wait for him to do his little dash right there. What you want to do is see it when you see him like quivering like that. Draw your Veil of Mist to slow him down, so it's not all that fast. If it's just a regular dash like he's doing right there, without his sword drawn, then you can't do a whole lot. So you gotta wait for him to dash with the sword out. So right now, when he throws out all those swords, I didn't do it because I was not paying a whole lot of attention, but when he throws all those swords like that, you want to attack the blue sword, which is Gold Nail. And now that he dashed at us with his with his sword out, Veil of Mist it, Gold Nail is going to fly out, and Veil of Mist again, that we have more time to attack. And attacking Gold Nail is the only way to actually deal damage to this boss, so you want to make sure you attack Gold Nail. And we didn't kill it. We're probably not going to kill it on the first hit, so then we just got to repeat. And the boss is pretty easy. Those are his 3 attacks: the dash and slash, and then the multi-swords. So Veil of Mist. Can't attack him yet because that wasn't his sword. Dash. Okay, here comes. Alright, what you want to do is you're going to, like I said, you're going to want to slash Gold Nail, the blue one. And that will again put it down to the ground. And you can attack it again. And being a boss, no 4-0 finisher, but yeah, pretty easy boss. I mean, if you don't realize to use Veil of Mist, it might give you some challenge, but once you figure that out, he's a chump. You're the champ, he's the chump. It's just the way he does things. And for defeating him, we get another set of rosaries. Fantastic. The exorcism beads. If you start howling in the Emperor, then one of his vassals walks by and hears some "Ooh" like a wolf. They might consider him crazy and try to assassinate or impeach him. So I would reckon you don't do that. I guess we can go after her too. If you figure out how to do that, sure, we can try. Okay, I'm not sure how that gives you control over his body, but okay, if you insist. He looks kind of drunk though, or either drunk or really sleepy. Yeah, you can't go a whole lot of places as the Emperor. You can pretty much go to Kaguya's cell, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go back in here. This is where we were. That's that big ass area we had to traverse as mini Ami to get to him. So it's interesting to see the areas that you can bid to as small as actual regular size. Unfortunately, you can't control his voice, so you can't really say a whole lot to the guards. Just listen to what they say. And yeah, if you try to go over here, they'll be like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, so just head on this way and go to Kaguya's cell, and we're gonna release her. I mean, I don't get why people don't realize that the Emperor's acting kind of funny. I mean, he's doing the funky little lurch dance he's got going on. So maybe he walks like this all the time. We're literally like, I just realized that we're literally pushing him forward by like pushing his belly forward, like his belly flops and the force of it just propels him forward a little bit. Be quiet, soldier. I know what I'm doing. The mist will be gone in a matter of moments. Don't you worry about that. And here's Kaguya's cell. Yeah, we're dead, and it's all your fault there, chick. Well, you can't really apologize to dead guys, can you? Suddenly he has very good control of his hands, when before we were just lurching along with his belly, so I guess he's gotten used to controlling the big guy. And now he's being controlled by us. No problem, beautiful. We're always glad to help out a damsel in distress. And we're finally back to our regular happy-sized selves. No more micro man of us. No, you don't go howling in the Emperor's palace, dude. Fine, if you insist. I'm surprised we did badly on time on that battle. I thought I beat him pretty damn quickly, actually. I mean, it only took us 2 rounds. Yeah, we'll save later. And we got ourselves another trophy. Very nice. An amnesiac illness. Yeah, those happen all the time, don't they? A secret treasure for crossing a sea of fire? Well, most seas are made of, like, water, so I don't know how useful that'll be, but okay. You're pretty intuitive there. Well, I'm sure she didn't realize that the poisonous mist that's slowly choking the life out of her city was coming out of her friend, the Emperor. I wonder who's really in charge. I wonder if the Emperor has more power or if the Queen has more power. I don't think they ever explained that. Yeah, we kind of do, actually. And believe it or not, the Emperor is actually the second Demon Fang trader, and he has pretty much the exact same stock as the first Demon trader, except he also has a couple other items that are pretty damn good. He doesn't have his best one available for sale yet, but he has some pretty good ones right now. The first one, Fog Pot. We'll buy that in just a minute, actually, because there's a cutscene with it. Let's see. He has the Golden Ink Pot. This is fantastic. You put it on, and then all of a sudden you can have much faster ink regeneration. So basically, it fills up your ink twice as fast as before. So in essence, it kind of doubles your ink speed. So you want to get that, and you want to equip that right away. Thief's Glove. Like it says, draw a line connecting Isin to steal enemies. It'll also do a very small amount of damage, and you can actually level this up so it does more damage. It's basically the move that you had while you were small, launching Isin at the enemies, except now it's when you're regular sized. I probably won't use it too much, but I'm going to try to level it up to as powerful as it can get and show you just how powerful it can be, because if you take the time to level it up, and it does take time, like it takes many hours of grinding it, it can eventually like one-shot pretty much almost any regular enemy in the game, and it'll cut off roughly 3/4 of the toughest boss in the game's health. So it turns out very powerful, but it takes forever to get there. So I'm not going to use it too much. I might level it up off screen, but I'm not going to use it a lot. I just like to have it just so I can have it. And most of the stuff you're going to steal is just going to be like random items like small bones, or maybe like a steel soul socket or something like that. I don't know if there's a list for it anywhere, and I don't particularly care because most of the stuff isn't all that rare. It's never gonna be anything like I don't think you ever get like golden peaches, or you don't get any collectibles like stray beads or anything like that from it. So it's just like stuff that's not particularly useful. But anyways, the final item that we can get, the Fog Pot, as it says, allows transfer between origin mirrors. Let's buy this real quick. And we get ourselves the cutscene with Kasugami again. And we get Mist Warp, which is basically the the Mermaid Springs, except at save mirrors. And what do you know? There's a scroll explaining how to use it. Basically, what it is there are two types of save mirrors. There's a regular save mirror, and then there's a save mirror that has a red X on it. When you see or not the red X, but the little sun with the little X around it and stuff like that, what you got to do is you draw an X across it, and then it teleports you to any of those other mirrors with those red X's across it. And they're actually pretty damn common. There's one in pretty much every major area, and there's also a couple, I think there's like 2 or 3 that takes you to areas that you otherwise can't access in order to get like a stray bead or something like that. And they're known as the ultimate origin mirrors. So draw the X symbol, and it gives you the mist warp, and you can teleport. And it pretty much doesn't cost any ink, simply for the fact that you're on a mirror that's going to regenerate your ink anyways. Yeah, this is the missable enemy right here, the Fire Doom mirror. So make sure you get this little bastard, and if not, then, well, I told you guys several times, so if you didn't get it, then that's your own fault. Most of the other things, like the Ice Doom mirror, you can fight him later, her later, it later. Most of these guys will appear in like the other 2 major Devil Gate trials or Demon Gate trials or whatever, but the Fire Doom mirror, he decides he wants to be unique and stay in the area by himself. So if you didn't get the other guys, just make sure you get the fire guy. Ichiro, this little bastard. That's the name of those guys. Yeah, many attack skills. It possesses all of 3 attack skills, their game. That's not exactly what I call many. Let's see, monkey statue. Yeah, we're doing reasonably good on the treasures. We haven't got anywhere near all of them, but we haven't missed any yet, so that's always good. So yeah, he sells the same stuff pretty much as the other guy, but he just has those 3 other stuff. He's eventually going to have another item that's, I'm not sure, but I think it costs 100 demon fangs, so you want to make sure to have 100 demon fangs eventually, which shouldn't be that hard. How many do I have? I still have 50 right now, even after spending all that. By the way, let's equip that golden ink pot. Let's see, let's switch it out with the... Yeah, I'll switch out the golden lucky mat. I don't really use that much, and save points are common enough that you don't really have to worry about it. But the golden ink pot is much more useful. And here we get a stray bead. Stray bead number 59, I do believe. Oh, that reminds me. Do I have any gold dust left over? I do. Well, what do you know? So let's power up our exorcism beads. And let's put those on just for the heck of it. And sure, let's use the Infinity Judge as our sub. Let's see, I don't remember where all the hidden items in here are, so I might end up with the nighttime going on. Actually, never mind. I think most of these are actually just pretty easy to find. I think the only new treasure in this area was that rooster statue. I don't think there's any other actual like new treasures to find. Just regular old treasures that are lying around hidden. Unfortunately, we can't visit Kaguya's cell and see what kind of lodgings she was in, but oh well. It would have been nice, but they won't let us. Well, now that the water's the poisonous mist is gone, they should be able to recover fairly quickly. And there's the area that we had to get across that was kind of a pain in the butt, but oh well. Yeah, it's nice to see the whole area that you had to cross as a little ant-sized little bastard as actually full-sized. Let me see. I don't think we have any more treasure chests in here, but let's just make sure. Come on. There we go. Okay, how about you turn the day into nighttime? No? Why are we not turned day into nighttime? I'm trying to accomplish something here. You suck. Screw it. We'll come back here in just a minute. But like I said, I think that's most of the stuff in here. Unless, I don't think there's anything really hidden in the rooms. I'm sure you can go back into the Emperor's room, but there's not anything in the Emperor's room. Yeah, I think we got everything, actually. And if we didn't, we got most of it. And we'll find out what we did miss in a matter of moments. Seriously, why can't I turn it into... Oh well. For some reason, you can't turn it into nighttime right now, so... whatever. Oh, there we go. Much better. And these guys, because you're a friend of the Emperor, you'll be able to come in and out as you please. Well, you guys are very intuitive. I'm glad you appreciate my efforts. We're gonna find Kaguya in just a minute to talk to her, but for the time being, like I said, let's just make sure I didn't miss anything, which I don't think I did. Nope, we got everything. Alright, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, and we're done with the dragon, or the Emperor's Palace right now. Like I said, save up 100 Demon Fangs for the next time that we come talk to the Emperor for his item that's, in my opinion, almost as good as the Golden Ink Pot. Possibly better than the Golden Ink Pot, just for its utility in certain areas. But, yeah, we can't buy it yet, unfortunately. And like I said, you can't go back into the tiny hole, so make sure you're ready, got everything from there. It'd be nice if they let you go back in there. I mean, that'd be nice of them, but oh well. Hang on one second. I thought I forgot something here. For some reason I was thinking there was a buried treasure over here, but I think, yeah, I think I'm thinking of a different area. So, no treasures over here to worry about. Alright, let's go out there and talk to Kaguya, who is just hanging outside the palace that she was just imprisoned at. She decided not to go running away for whatever reason. I don't get how you even saw me the first time we met. You were like 10 feet away, and we were the size of like a grain of rice. I believe she was talking to me there, buddy. She likes the furry type of creatures. You know, I bet the Emperor just wanted the treasure so he could sell it to us for Demon Fangs. Yeah, go say hi to your grandpa. He was talking about you at the festival and everything. Well, you are his granddaughter, right? Wait, so if you're not his granddaughter, then what's up with that? Ah, okay. Another amnesiac past. Yeah, I mean, he may not be your actual grandfather, but he apparently treated you right and gave you a roof over your head and food and pimping off some bamboo clothes and bamboo bunny ears and stuff. One faint memory, what's that? You gonna tell me or do I gotta talk to you again? A small dark room long ago. You mean like a womb? Because I was in a womb too, which is small and dark a long time ago, but I don't have any memories of it. A royal crest inscribed in earth amid a grove of bamboo. Sasa Sanctuary. Hey, that was where we found the dog, I think. Or one of the dogs. So yep, we gotta go back to Sasa Sanctuary pretty soon here. And she hustles off nice and fast to get back to the Sasa Sanctuary Bamboo Grove so she can tell her grandpa, hey, I appreciate everything you've done for me, but go away. Oh well. So I guess we might as well head out there and try to follow her. But before we do that, I do believe there's something we can do real quick. Not talking to Rao, but I just want to see if she says anything different. Oh, well she does, because before she was bitching about her fox rods, but I just wanted to see if she actually had anything else to say. Yeah, you're a priestess, why didn't you use your divine power? Wait, no, she didn't use her divine powers to get rid of the mist because she didn't have the fox rods, remember? Oh yeah, the hot priestess and the queen are both trying to cover the city in darkness. Which is... yeah, but we don't have him, so just forget about him, I guess. Yeah, she's not going to say anything different, so whatever. Okay, see how this doesn't have the little X on it? That means you can't use your mist technique on it, so don't worry about those. Now we're going to go find those treasure chests that actually, or the save points that actually have the X's on them. See, I'm not sure if you can fish with the Benkei over here yet, but we can always find out. I know you're going to be able to fish with him pretty soon. Okay, he's not even here, so I'm guessing that's a no. Oh well. Well, not that we can really see a whole lot of the town since it is nighttime out, but it certainly doesn't look as misty out than it was before. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. We can actually do a ton of side quests in Cyan City, but we're going to be doing all that the next episode, and possibly the next episode after that, since there is a lot, and I do mean a lot, of side quests to do. So, for the time being, let's head out of the city, and we got to head back to Sasa Sanctuary. But before we do that, I think we can start another side quest, which is very similar to another side quest we were doing. Pretty much exactly similar, actually. Let's see. Run along the beach until we see... Well, not you. Let's see, is it going to start yet, or do I have to wait till after the... There we go. See this guy right here? Doesn't he look familiar? He's kind of like Ida, but he's Hayate. Super fast Hayate's got to get back to work. Yeah, this guy is basically Ida's brother or something like that. And he's got the same game as Ida, where you race him. Exactly the same as Ida, except you have to go along the coastline here, and there's a lot less room to like run around and circle around him and cut him off. So pretty much the exact same race, just different field. And yes, he's got those little spiky bastard balls of bastardization. I know he's about to try to tackle me here, or spiky me. There we go, gotcha. And just like Ida, we're gonna have to race him 3 times. We can't race. Excuse me. We can't race him again just yet. We'll be able to race him actually pretty soon. Right after we finish the next storyline segment, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of all our crap real quick. Let's see. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there's an ultimate origin mirror up here, so I want to show off the mist warp technique that we're going to be using. It doesn't really make the mermaid spring obsolete, since some of the mermaid springs are in a slightly closer location to areas that we might need to go to, but for the most part you're going to end up using the origin mirrors more than anything else, simply because they're so useful. There we go. Make it X, and just like the mermaid springs, we get a list of everywhere we can go with them. And let's see, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 spots we can go right now, and there's going to be several more throughout the game, so there is a ton that we can go to, and they're all over the place. Let's see, we need to go to Sasa Sanctuary, but first let's go to Agata Forest real quick. There is something I want to get in here. There was actually a small treasure that I missed in the Suta ruins that I missed way back then. I mean, I probably knew about it, but I probably just forgot about it and didn't get it. So we're gonna go nab it real quick, and then we're gonna go to Sasa Sanctuary and take care of that. So let's go do this real fast. It's only gonna be 5 praise, or no, 10 praise and a golden peach, but I'm trying to get pretty much everything in the game without missing anything, so might as well go grab it while we can. I mean, you can come back for it later, since Suta Ruins is always going to be here. I just feel embarrassed that I missed it on my first time here, that's all. But again, it was one of the things you could do after you get the Vine technique, so maybe I just didn't think about it. I know there's nothing else that I missed in here, just this one thing. Oh, and this is how I realized that I could actually exit the Emperor and the tiny person area, is because I came back here in between this episode and the last episode to see if I actually had missed this stuff in here, and that's how I figured out I could exit. Yeah, I saw it in a... I'm using a new walkthrough as my new source of like information, and it's doing a fantastic job of telling me all sorts of stuff that other walkthroughs don't tell me. I mean, I know most of the stuff that it already says, but it showed me at least 3 things so far that I didn't know about, this being one of them. And it also mentioned that large holy bone we got after helping Kushi with filling up her sake bucket. But anyways, in here we get a golden peach. And out of all the other guides that I've looked at, none of the other ones have mentioned that large holy bone that you get from talking to Kushi after filling up her sake barrel. So apparently that's just a really well kept secret. I mean, it's nothing great, but it is the very first holy bone you can get for free, so I guess that's something kind of unique. But anyways, yeah, that's what we missed in here. We missed 2 clovers and a golden peach. So, oh well, not like it did a whole lot. Now we have 75 yen instead of, or praise instead of 65 praise. So, yay for us. Anyways, now we gotta head back to Sasa Sanctuary, and we can take care of all this junk. Yeah, everything else is pretty much done in Agata Forest except for the one area with the bombed, where we bombed earlier, and there was a tower with a little kitty cat that we couldn't get high enough to reach. So we're not going to be coming back here for a while, actually. I just wanted to get this out of the way and show you guys that that was there in case you guys didn't know about it. I think I've gotten pretty much everything else throughout the game, though. I don't think I've missed a whole lot of stuff. If I have, it's not a whole lot. I mean, I got the one missable enemy. I've gotten a couple clovers that I didn't realize about. There's not a whole lot that I've actually missed, I don't think. And here we go, back at Sasa Sanctuary. I think this might be one example where the Mermaid Spring is a little bit closer to the area that we have to go to advance the plot, but it's not that much further of a walk. Because yeah, see, this is where the Mermaid Spring is, and we got to go up here, so it's like an extra 2 screens closer than the origin mirror, but oh well. Either way, I mean, you're going to get here no matter which way you take, just get here. In case you're wondering, yes, this is the next storyline segment. You do have to do this in order to advance the plot. You can't skip this. You have to do this before trying to confront the Queen Himiki in Cyan City. So, here's Mr. Bamboo and Kaguya, and it's a joyous reunion. Aww. I love the little hug they're about to do right here. Oh, they don't do it yet. Never mind. But they do a neat little hug, and I just think it's the cutest thing. Yeah, she's gonna get married to me. Despite her fashion sense, I think she's one of the prettier females in the game. Rao was supposed to be considered a real beauty, but she's honestly more of a butterface than anything. I mean, sure, she's got the big knockers, but then she's not particularly special in the face compartment like Kaguya or Sakuya. So she's got the body, just not. I mean, it's not to say that she's ugly. Just the other females have a slightly more attractive, cel-shaded face. Okay, so apparently Kaguya's got some magical glowing powers of making a hole in the ground. Oh, she sure is adventurous. And I guess she kind of does take off after her adopted grandfather, because she's just jumping into holes right here. And yes, she is jumping into a digging hole. So, just like old granddad, we have to help her find her way to the bottom here. So let's get her over here by, well, for one, let's get her over here. Yeah, and look how much faster the golden ink pot's going to be restoring our ink right here when it starts. Yeah, see, look how much faster that restores that ink pot. Much faster. Much faster indeed. Let's see. Trying to remember which way I gotta go here. Come on down here. Luckily, after this, we only have one more digging game left to do. So just suck it up through this, and then later on we'll be done with them. Yay! Just not yet. And I think I took the wrong way. Oh yeah, we gotta go this way here. So let's get her across the thing. Oh, well that worked. What do you know? I wasn't sure if that wind was gonna work. Alright, get her down here. Now she can come up here. You know what? How about you, oh, maybe we did have to go down this way. Get up there. Don't you stay that way. There we go. Now we're towards the bottom. There we go. Much better. So, let's bloom our beautiful Kaguya, and she will tell us where she has to go. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's one of these two right here. Oh, that was close. But anyways, that's our 4th digging minigame. We have one more, then we get a nice little trophy for it. Which, appropriately, is titled, Digging It, I think. And it appears to be a spaceship. Okay, like I said before, there is a Japanese mythology based on the bamboo seller and Kaguya, and what it is it's an old folk tale, and an old man and his wife, they find a baby girl in a bamboo grove, and they decide to adopt her since, you know, old guys don't really have kids when they're old, so that she grows up, she becomes really beautiful and really kind and all that stuff, and towards the end of the folktale, she reveals that she is actually from the moon, and she needs to return to the moon. So the bamboo guy, he tries to stop her from going back, and she decides that's not going to happen. The emperor, he actually, instead of wanting her fire tablet, he actually wants to marry her, so he locks her up in the palace, and he tries to keep her as a prisoner, but instead it doesn't work, and messengers from the moon decide, hey, we're going to come get our girl back anyways, so they come back and take her back to the moon. This is a little bit different in the game, obviously, since she was in prison for her fire tablet, and she finds her own shuttle to get back to the moon. But yeah, that's her little story about the bamboo seller and Kaguya. Oh, you actually knew this was here, you old fart? Oh, and this little story is about to tell is pretty much the exact first half of the folktale. Isn't that the cutest little hug? I think it's awesome. I love it. Oh, so she's only going on like a little vacation. Okay. Aw, one more hug for good luck. Aw, so cute. Actually, I don't think Issen's really mentioned his home, like, ever, except for that first little reference right there. And we get the fire tablet that the Emperor was after. So instead of stealing it from her and buying it from the Emperor for however many demon fangs he would have charged us, we get it for free. Yay. You're welcome. We're always glad to help. So how many of you guys expected to see a rocket that looks like it's made out of bamboo blasting off in this game? I know I certainly didn't when I first started the game. Then again, I didn't expect a lot of stuff from this game when I first played it. One of my friends showed it to me and I was like, looks like it might be kind of interesting because of the art. And then I played it for a little bit. I was like, wow, this game is fucking awesome. Like, it really blew away the expectations I had since I didn't have any expectations of it in the first place. Well, despite saying we were sidetracked, this is actually, like I said, this is required story progression. You have to do this in order to advance the plot. You'll get to a certain point where if you haven't done this, then you'll have to come back and do it anyways. So get it out of the way now, and that way we don't gotta come back later. Gramps, are you sad that your daughter left? I know I'm sad. She was cute. I liked her. I think it was the red dots over her eyes. I think that might have influenced her being the cutest girl in the game so far. Gonna build a bamboo palace. Okay. That sounds like it would be not very good in a fire, but it would actually look pretty cool, actually. But, anyways, we finished up the Emperor's stomach by defeating Blight, and we sent a beautiful young blonde girl back to the moon where she belongs. So now we're pretty much done for this episode, and next time we're going to try to talk to the Empress. Trying to decide if I want to do the side quest next episode, and then possibly the episode after that, or continue with the story plot a little bit. And we'll probably do side quest next episode. So next time, prepare for a lot of like side quests and stuff like that. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.